Nearly 10% of cars on the road right now are suffering from a hidden killer, and most drivers are unaware. It's not your oil, it's not your maintenance habits, it's your gasoline. Every time you pull up to the pump, you might be feeding your engine a slow-acting poison. Contaminated fuel, shady additives, and mislabeled blends have already cost American drivers billions in repairs, and it's only getting worse. In this video, we'll uncover 13 types of gasoline that quietly destroy your car from the inside out. From fuels that corrode injectors to blends that melt rubber seals, we'll expose the shocking reality behind what's actually inside the pump. And at the end, I'll reveal the dirty little secret the EPA doesn't want to advertise. A loophole that could cost you over $4,000 if you aren't careful. Let's begin with one of the most common and most misunderstood fuel mistakes on the road. Gas stations love to make you feel like premium equals better. Sleek logos, golden labels, and a slightly higher price tag all scream luxury. But here's the truth. Premium gasoline doesn't mean higher quality, it just means higher octane. Octane is a rating of how resistant a fuel resistance to knocking or premature ignition. Regular gas is usually 87 octane. Mid-grade is 89 to 90, and premium runs around 91 to 94. High compression engines, like turbocharged or performance-tuned cars, need that resistance, but for everyday cars, it's pure overkill. According to the American Automobile Association, more than 16 million Americans use premium fuel even when their vehicle doesn't require it. That's $2.1 billion wasted every single year. The truth is, if your engine isn't designed for premium fuel, you're not getting any extra performance. You're just draining your wallet. And if you go the other way, putting regular gas into a premium-rated car, you could be courting disaster. The lower octane can cause pinging or detonation, a metallic knock that sounds harmless but signals violent explosions inside the combustion chamber. Repeat that for long enough, and you're looking at cracked pistons, warped valves, or even a full engine rebuild. So if you accidentally pump the wrong fuel, stop the car immediately. Don't burn it off, because those few gallons could turn into a $10,000 mistake. But here's the thing, even when you get the right octane, that doesn't mean your fuel is safe, because not all gasoline is created equal. We've all done it, driven across town to save a few cents per gallon. But the cheapest station on the block often hides a dirty secret. While the EPA sets a minimum standard for fuel additives, that standard is decades old and far weaker than what modern engines need. Direct injection and turbo engines run hotter, with tighter tolerances than ever before. Cheap gas without a strong detergent package allows carbon to build up faster on valves, injectors, and combustion chambers over time. That buildup kills fuel economy and acceleration. According to AAA's fuel quality tests, non-top-tier gasoline produced 19 times more carbon deposits than top-tier fuels after only 4,000 miles. That's like 20 years of engine wear packed into a single road trip. You might not notice it right away, just a little rough idling, a drop in miles per gallon, maybe sluggish acceleration, but slowly, your engine becomes coated in soot. Injectors start misfiring. Sensors feed bad data to the ECU. Before long, you're facing repair bills in the thousands. The sad truth? The gas still meets federal standards. The EPA's definition of good fuel hasn't been meaningfully updated since the early 1990s. It's basically running on nostalgia. Automakers know it's not enough, which is why they created the top-tier fuel program. These are brands like Shell, Chevron, Costco, and ExxonMobil that go beyond the bare minimum, adding detergents proven to clean your engine instead of gumming it up. It might cost a few cents more per gallon, but it can save thousands down the road. But what if the gas isn't just weak? What if it's tainted? Contaminated gas is one of the most underreported causes of engine failure. It looks the same, smells the same, even pumps the same. But once inside, it begins a slow chemical war on your car. Water is the most common culprit. Heavy rain, cracked storage tanks, or sloppy delivery trucks can allow moisture to seep into underground fuel reserves. Once inside, it doesn't take much. Just half a cup of water in a full tank can cause stalling, corrosion, and injector failure. In 2024, dozens of drivers in Tallahassee learned this the hard way. 2 gas stations sold water-contaminated gasoline for days before being caught. Cars were stalling en masse, repairs averaging over $1,000. The stations got a $5,000 fine. The drivers got nothing. Water contamination also triggers a second problem: microbial growth. When water and gasoline mix, bacteria and fungi feast on the hydrocarbons and multiply. They create a thick sludge that clogs filters, gums up injectors, and releases acids that literally eat through metal. By the time you realize what's happening, the damage is already done, and it doesn't stop there. In humid climates or after hurricanes, underground tanks can take on water faster than stations can filter it. So the next time you fuel up after heavy rain, think twice, because one fill-up could lead to weeks in the repair shop. But even clean fuel can become deadly if it's too old. Gasoline isn't immortal. Over time, it breaks down. Left in a storage tank too long, it oxidizes and forms sticky, varnish-like deposits that gum up fuel systems. Smaller, isolated gas stations that see little traffic are notorious for this. Fresh gasoline lasts about 3 to 6 months. After that, it loses volatility. Those light hydrocarbons that make it ignite quickly begin to evaporate. What's left behind is harder to burn, leaving carbon deposits and residue. Worse yet, ethanol-blended gas, which makes up over 90% of U.S. supply, absorbs water from the air. This causes phase separation, where ethanol and water sink to the bottom of the tank, leaving pure gasoline on top. When your pump draws that bottom layer, it's like injecting acid into your engine. That corrosive mixture attacks aluminum, brass, and rubber. Your car might start rough or stall completely. Fixing it means flushing the tank, cleaning the injectors, and sometimes replacing the fuel pump. Easily a $1,500 to $3,000 job. So how do you avoid it? Simple. Buy from busy stations where fuel turns over quickly. If a place looks deserted, it's not just the coffee that's stale, but sometimes the contamination is intentional, and that's when things get truly shady. Before the EPA began strict monitoring, some unethical vendors discovered they could make more money by stretching gasoline with cheaper liquids. The favorites? Kerosene and methanol. Kerosene has a higher flash point, meaning it's harder to ignite. Mix even 10 to 20% of it into gasoline, and the result is sluggish combustion, black smoke, and fouled spark plugs over time. The heavier molecules gum up injectors and filters, starving the engine of fuel. Methanol is even worse. It's a powerful solvent that dissolves rubber seals and plastic fuel components. It also absorbs water, turning into a corrosive soup that eats through aluminum and magnesium parts. Race cars can use methanol, but their engines are built for it, with specialized seals and injectors. Your car isn't. What makes this so dangerous is that methanol-contaminated fuel looks completely normal. No color change, no smell difference. You won't realize until your fuel system starts leaking or your check engine light refuses to go off. While this practice is rare today in the US, it still appears in unregulated regions or among off-brand fuel vendors. And even in America, small independent stations have occasionally been caught with contaminated shipments from suppliers trying to cut corners. So next time you see a price that looks too good to be true, remember, it might literally burn through your engine. But even legitimate fuel can turn into an engine killer if it's the wrong blend entirely. Ethanol is one of the most misunderstood components in modern fuel. On paper, it's great, renewable, cleaner, and cheaper. But in practice, it's one of the leading causes of premature engine wear. Most modern cars are designed for E10, which is 10% ethanol and 90% gasoline. But E15 and E85 blends, common in flex fuel vehicles, are a different story. If your car isn't designed for them, even one tank can do serious harm. Ethanol is hygroscopic, meaning it attracts water from the air. Too much water in the fuel leads to corrosion, phase separation, and injector clogging. It's also a solvent, which means it attacks rubber hoses, seals, and gaskets. Over time, that causes leaks and pressure loss. In non-flex fuel cars, the result is lean combustion. Not enough gasoline, too much oxygen. That pushes engine temperatures higher, warping pistons and melting valves. Drivers think they're saving money by buying cheaper E85, but the truth is cruel. That small discount can turn into a $5,000 repair bill and a voided warranty, and don't expect the gas station to pay for it. It's on you to read the label. Pumps with higher ethanol blends are marked in yellow or black, but plenty of people miss the warning. Still, nothing compares to the chaos caused when fuels get completely swapped. Diesel into gas or gas into diesel. It sounds ridiculous, but it happens all the time. One wrong delivery truck, one mislabeled nozzle, and hundreds of drivers end up stranded in the UK. A Tesco station accidentally mixed gasoline and diesel in the same underground tank. Within hours, dozens of cars were stalling on nearby roads. Repairs averaged around $800 per vehicle, and that's when the contamination was minor. When diesel enters a gasoline engine, it won't ignite properly. You'll get misfires, black smoke, and eventual stalling. When gasoline enters a diesel engine, it's catastrophic. The thinner gas strips lubrication from high-pressure diesel pumps, grinding metal components into dust. That's why fleet operators and truck stops take extra precautions, using color-coded hoses and strict delivery checks. But smaller stations don't always follow the same protocols. If you suspect the wrong fuel went into your car, stop. Don't turn the key. Towing and draining the tank is expensive, but it's far cheaper than replacing an entire engine. But even when the fuel is technically correct, it can still destroy your car because of what's missing. Gasoline isn't just hydrocarbons. It's a cocktail of detergents, corrosion inhibitors, stabilizers, and lubricants. These additives are what keep engines clean and efficient. But not every gas station uses the same recipe, and some use almost none. Without detergents, carbon forms faster. Without corrosion inhibitors, metals rust. Without stabilizers, the gas oxidizes early. The EPA requires a minimum additive package, but that minimum was based on engines from the 1980s. Modern engines, especially direct injection systems, are far more sensitive. When low additive gas burns, microscopic soot particles cling to intake valves and combustion chambers over time. This builds a crust that reduces power and traps heat. ADA's independent study found that valve deposits were 19 times higher on engines using non-top-tier gas versus those running premium additive blends. That's like comparing the lungs of a lifelong smoker to those of a marathon runner. So while discount gas might look identical at the pump, it's quietly setting your engine up for an early retirement. But what happens when gas stations push this problem even further? By intentionally diluting fuel. Diluted gasoline is a global nightmare. In some countries, fuel is watered down with solvents, naphtha, or even kerosene to stretch supply. Drivers only realize after their cars sputter and die a few miles later. In 2023, a massive criminal ring in Brazil was caught mixing industrial solvents into gasoline. The results were catastrophic. Clogged injectors, seized pistons, and thousands of vehicles disabled. The danger isn't limited to abroad. While the EPA monitors domestic fuel closely, even U.S. stations can fall victim to supplier fraud. A single contaminated shipment can affect an entire city's worth of drivers before anyone catches on. When you buy fuel, you're trusting a chain that stretches from refinery to truck to station. And like any long chain, it only takes one weak link to break everything. That's why reputation matters more than price. A well-known station has too much to lose if something goes wrong. A small, nameless station on a deserted road? Not so much. But dilution isn't the only silent killer. Wrong seasonal fuel can strand you too. Most drivers don't realize that gasoline changes twice a year. Summer blends have lower volatility to prevent vapor lock in hot weather. Winter blends evaporate faster to make cold starts easier. The difference is measured by Reid vapor pressure, RVP. Summer fuel sits around 9 psi, while winter blends can hit 15. If a station sells summer fuel too late in the year, your car might refuse to start on a freezing morning. If it sells winter fuel too early, it can cause vapor lock, where fuel vaporizes in the lines and the engine stalls. In 2019, an early snowstorm hit Montana before stations switched over. Thousands of cars couldn't start, and most drivers had no idea why. The fix? Always refuel from stations that follow EPA transition schedules, typically mid-September for winter and early May for summer. But even when the fuel itself is perfect, one last problem remains: the system that governs it. You might assume that all gasoline sold in the US meets strict, modern standards. But here's the dirty truth. The EPA's additive requirements were set decades ago, based on carbureted engines. Today's direct injection engines run hotter, leaner, and produce finer carbon particles. The old standards don't protect them. That's why automakers, including Toyota, Honda, GM, and BMW, formed their own program: top-tier detergent gasoline. It's completely voluntary, meaning stations don't have to meet it. And those that don't? Still 100% legal, but the consequences aren't cheap. Studies show drivers who use non-top-tier fuel can face repair costs averaging $4,000 over a car's lifetime due to buildup, poor combustion, and sensor damage. And because the gas meets minimum legal standards, warranties don't cover it. In other words, you can't sue the EPA, and you can't sue the gas station, you just pay. So if you want to protect your car, look for the top-tier logo. It's usually right on the pump or listed on the brand's website. Let's go deeper into one of the scariest fuel system killers that most mechanics rarely catch: microbial growth. It sounds like something out of a horror movie, but it's real. When water and fuel coexist long enough, bacteria and fungi bloom. They create thick black sludge that coats fuel filters and lines. Worse, they secrete acids that corrode metal surfaces, eating away at your pump and injectors. Unlike normal contamination, microbes are nearly invisible. You might notice your car struggling to start or losing power under load. But by then, the infection has spread through your entire fuel system. If left unchecked, microbial contamination can destroy an engine in less than a year. The only fix is a full tank flush, system cleaning, and additive treatment. Easily $2,000 or more. That's why aircraft, ships, and even military vehicles use biocide additives to kill microbial growth. It's overkill for daily drivers, unless your car sits for long periods, or you refuel at questionable stations. After everything we've uncovered, the weak additives, contamination, dilution, and dangerous blends, one question remains: is there any truly safe gasoline? The answer: top-tier gasoline. This certification isn't marketing fluff. It's an automaker-endorsed standard, requiring nearly double the detergent content of ordinary fuel brands like Shell, Chevron, Costco, Mobil, and Sinclair meet or exceed it. Tests show that engines running on top-tier fuel have cleaner valves, better emissions, and longer catalytic converter life. Over 50 million miles of testing prove it. It costs only a few cents more per gallon, but that's nothing compared to an engine rebuild. So next time you're tempted by the cheapest price on the sign, remember what's really at stake. Not just your fuel economy, but your engine's future. Every car owner fears the big mechanical failures, the blown head gasket, the dead transmission, the seized motor. But the truth is, most of those problems start with something as small as a drop of bad gasoline. You can't always see it, but contaminated or low-quality fuel eats away at your car from the inside out, corroding injectors, clogging